Hi guys, this is Ben Schaffer. I'm going to show you some pretty cool stuff, at least how I'm successful with Shopify. And just before we get going, so that you know I'm not kind of full of crap, as it were, here are some screenshots. I'm not going to go show you loads and loads of screenshots the whole time, apart from if we're doing an actual case study. However, I'm just going to show you 3 stores, and they're all very different stores, so it could be kind of quite interesting. The first is a store that's actually now shut, but between November the 1st and February the 28th, that was about $400,000. The second store, which is now active and making me money every day, yesterday I made about $6,000 in sales. I think the profit on that was about 30%, so approximately $1,800. That's actually net profit. We'll go into kind of stats and analyzing that in a further lesson, but it's very important what is net profit and gross profit. So this is after buying stock, this is after all bills, this is after PayPal transactions, this is after refunds, absolutely everything. The second store has actually done in the last year, actually just under a year, but $781,000. So that's pretty cool. I don't know exactly how much profit, but enough to kind of keep me going and buy my tea and chocolate and that kind of thing. Store 3, I actually just started this a couple of days ago, and I think this is yesterday and today, and a couple of sales from the day before. It's been $717. I think about $500 of that is actually today so far, and it's kind of midday here, so America's not even awake. So I'm pretty excited about this one. What we're going to do is we are actually going to create a store during this course, and I'll show you pretty much how I did this. This was an experimental store, which I obviously will carry on with, but we'll do the whole shaboodle and go through everything that you need to know. So a few notes about this. It's not going to be like really polished. I want to give you the information on how to build a store and how to be profitable. If you're looking for something kind of you can frame and beautiful videos, this is not where you want to be. If you're looking to how to make money from Shopify and dropshipping, this is the place that you want to be. I'm going to show you every little step. Nothing is going to be left out. With that in mind, I ask you not to just copy me, take exactly the same product, do exactly what I do. You can if you want, but I just prefer not, because it kind of messes up my profits as well. I just want to make clear that there are many methods which you can use. I'm going to show you what I think is the quickest method to make money online, so that you can get going and be profitable as soon as possible. The other thing that I do want to warn you about as well is you will need to invest money. You're going to need to invest money on buying stock. You're going to invest money in buying ads, definitely. The majority of the money that comes in will be spent on buying ads, and hopefully you'll see that come back as quickly as possible. Now, you may think it's a bit strange that I said you need to buy stock, and because we are doing drop shipping. You're not literally going to have to buy stock, but when orders come in, you are going to have to spend money to fulfill those orders, and sometimes money doesn't come in as quickly as you want it to, especially when taking into account that credit card processors don't sometimes pay you for a week, or PayPal may take a reserve and that kind of thing. And I'm going to show you my best methods to avoid having kind of cash flow problems, because especially when you're increasing very fast, cash flow can be a problem. And the other thing I really want you to realize, I'm going to kind of go over again and again and again, is there is a big difference between revenue and profit. So someone can say, for example, like I did before, that my store has brought in over the last year $781,000 in revenue. Now, the profit is nowhere near anything like that. It would be great if it were, but realistically, if you are on around 20% profit overall, then you're doing really well. So if that were to have brought in $150,000, then I'd be very happy with that. And the thing that I don't have exact figures to show you, but the thing that you would see if I showed you the exact figures is some months I made profit, some months I made a big profit, and some months I actually made a loss as well, which is really, really bad. And there's various reasons for that, and I've learned a lot from that, and I'll show you as much as I can how to avoid the losses. Okay, so here's the basic business model, and what we're going to be doing and what dropshipping is as well. We're going to find a product and that we're going to sell, just one product basically. We're going to find some related products as well that we can use kind of to cross-sell and upsell and that kind of thing. We're going to create a store in a particular way or a funnel, and we're going to find a supplier. I generally start going through AliExpress. I may start ordering through China and shipping that way, but only on the very short term. I then want to find a US supplier as quickly as possible, because otherwise you'll be shut down by PayPal, by any other payment processor, by Facebook, and it just becomes a big, big hassle. You only want to be drop shipping from actual China for a very, very short time. I'm going to be sending traffic via Facebook ads, definitely to start off with, and we're then going to optimize. But the idea, I guess, within the first month is really to start making a profit. And most optimization will come later. The initial optimizations were three things like adding email in there, finding what products to sell, finding the amount, making your sales page better, and that kind of thing. So this is actually the last slide for the moment, but what I'm going to show you in the next part is how to find a product. There's many ways to find a product, and I'm just going to show you one particular way to do it. And as with many of these things, the quickest way to do it, and that's by using other people's data, really. I'm going to be showing you the rule of three, what that is, that when we're looking for a product, to make it simple, the amount that you charge for a product is going to be 3 times the amount that you pay. So 3 times the amount that you pay someone on AliExpress, for example, to actually get the product to your customer. You're definitely going to want to make sure that it's legal, nothing copyrighted, nothing like guns or something like that, because you're going to be wanting to advertise it on Facebook. You're going to want to make sure that's the kind of thing which Facebook would be happy advertising. You want to make sure that people do have money. I've never sold something to children or students because they just don't have money, especially disposable money. And you want to be careful that people will actually spend that money online as well. I tend to go for a mass market product. What does that mean? That there aren't just kind of 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 people out there, but basically everybody in the US, or all men in the US, or all men over the age of 25, basically millions upon millions upon millions of people are going to be interested in buying that. So I'm not going to niche down. I'm going to get something very, very general, what we call mass market. I sell mainly to the US. That's my personal preference. And I want to be selling that product for about $30 or more. That is a guideline, but basically we're buying it for $10, we're selling it for $30. Okay, in the next lesson, I'm going to show you about finding a product.